right? So what we're gonna be going over is hospitality and guest experience, okay? And so I'm gonna jump right into it, okay? First of all, does anybody know the difference between hospitality and service? Service is transactional. I'll take your order, I'll give you your stuff, and I'll take your money. That's it. That's service. Hospitality is where we come in as human beings, where we take it and go above and beyond, where we add that touch. We make them feel valued. We don't work at McDonald's. We're not working at a brand that serves McDonald's. We're working at an elevated brand, which means we have to represent that with hospitality. So that's what we're gonna focus on is hospitality, that hospitality piece. What are some ways that we can give hospitality besides just service, besides giving them the basics? Has anybody read Unreasonable Hospitality? Okay, Unreasonable Hospitality is a very popular book in the hospitality industry, and it's about a guy who took over this 11 Madison Park, which is one of the most successful restaurants in the world, and he did it by giving them ultimate hospitality. And I'm gonna give you an example of hospitality that they did in the book. They had a family in their restaurant, and the server overheard the family saying, "We've never seen snow." It started snowing. So they had someone go down the street to the toy store and buy 2 red sleds. And then when the family was leaving, they had a black SUV parked out front, and they said, "Hey guys, we know you've never seen snow. It's snowing. We have a black SUV out there. We have some hot chocolate in the SUV, and we have 2 red sleds, and we're gonna take you down to the park where there's a little hill, and we're gonna have you push your kids." Does that sound like hospitality? Yes. Does that sound like hospitality? Yes. Does that sound like something we can do here? No, we can't. We can't provide black SUVs and red sleds and all that stuff. That's obviously something that's not in our scope. But does that mean we can't give hospitality? So we have to microdose hospitality. Microdose it. Give them little tiny pieces. We have to inject hospitality where we can. So when we're talking about this big scope of this amazing story about red sleds and black SUVs and snow, we have to go smaller. We have to think smaller in a good way. How can we microdose hospitality? Yeah, simple, yes. Ask some questions, right? Genuinely. Boxes, you see someone boxing, you're about to get up. Hey, can I grab you a box? Right? What else? Think even smaller. What's something really simple we can do to give hospitality? Smile. Do you guys agree with that? Have you guys ever been to a restaurant where everyone's not smiling? Yes. Where everyone looks like they hate their lives? Where everyone's walking around like... Have you guys been there? How's that feeling? Does that feel like like hospitality? Does that feel like they care about you? No. And that's what it's all about, guys. Who here values their money? Raise your hand above your head if you value your money. Okay? Raise your hand above your head if you value your time. No. We all worked for our money and earned our money. With inflation going up, cost of living going up, that money's even more valuable. And we all value our time, correct? So those are the 2 most important things to people. Money and time, just like to you. Your money and your time is the most valuable thing. Do you guys agree with that? When someone walks into your door, they're saying, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you with my money and my time. Everyone in this room, at some capacity, I'm trusting you with my money and my time, the 2 most valuable things, and we need to honor that by not just giving them service, not just treating them like they're at McDonald's, but actually giving them hospitality. Do you guys agree with that? You're the face and voice of the representation of the restaurant. So we have to focus on making sure when they walk in the door as cashiers, it's our job to set the tone. What are some things that we can do to set the tone? Simple things. Smile. What else? Welcome them. Yeah. Eye contact. Good posture. What percentage of communication do you think is nonverbal? 93% of communication is nonverbal. Okay, 93%. Have you ever been talking to someone and you're like talking to them and you're like maybe a significant other and you're trying to figure out if they're mad at you or not? Like, are you mad at me? Oh, no, I'm not mad at you. But you don't believe them, right? You don't believe them on their words. You're studying them. You're looking at their face, their body posture, their eye contact. You're studying them. Are they actually mad at me or are they not? Obviously, we don't take people at their word. Is that correct? You start studying them subconsciously as a human being. You're studying their eye movement. You're studying their face. You're studying their posture. You're studying those things subconsciously, right? When you're in a restaurant and you're sitting there and you're eating and you're watching the staff work, you're studying them subconsciously. When your server's talking to you, you're studying them subconsciously. They're doing the same thing with you. That's why all those 93% matter. Eye contact, right? Smiling. The way you're standing, posture, squaring up with them versus this, right? Slouching, all those things people pay attention to. When I go to freaking In-N-Out, the cashier up front's like, "Hi, how's it going?" I walked in the other day and someone was like sweeping and they opened the door. "Hi, welcome. Come on in." In-N-Out has amazing food, but what people don't really understand is In-N-Out has amazing customer experience. They have amazing guest experience. In-N-Out's known for that. That's what we want to offer. That experience, right? We want to smile, make eye contact, make sure we're making connection with the guest. This is all important things, guys. We don't work at In-N-Out. We don't work at McDonald's. Do you guys agree with that? So that's what I'm asking you guys to do. We're here to give the guests the best experience possible. When someone walks in the door, we're greeting them with eye contact, smiling. If it's busy, should we lower our standards? It shouldn't matter. So if it's busy and there's a line out the door, if we're understaffed, should we lower our standards then? Should we shortcut the guest experience? No. Of course not. People are still coming in, trusting us their time and their money. They're not going to say, oh, well, it's busy, so it's cool that they shortchanged me on the experience. And I'll give you an example. Who here has been to Howlin Rays in LA? Howlin Rays is a spicy chicken sandwich spot in LA. They're one of the first restaurants to go viral. Okay, now it's like a strategy, right? Put something on Instagram that looks cool, get influencers to talk about it, make something go viral. But before, they accidentally went viral for having a really spicy chicken sandwich. And I remember I went there in LA. They had a little strip mall, little crappy strip mall, where they had their store, literally like a gate. We open it up, boom, there's the store. We waited an hour in line in the sun for the spicy chicken sandwich. I don't remember what I got. I do remember that it was good, but one thing I remember that stuck out like a sore thumb was the experience. Because after waiting an hour in line, I go up to the front, and there's this girl there, and she's standing there, and she's like, hi, welcome. I'm like, hi, how's it going? She's like, have you been here before? No, it's my first time. Nice. Are you looking for like a sandwich or a bucket of chicken? Oh, I'm looking for a sandwich. Oh, amazing. Okay, so here's our sandwiches. This is our most popular one. This is the one I like the most. What spice level do you like? She was slow, and she took me through the entire experience. Now, I was waiting in an hour line for a viral chicken sandwich. She could have been like, move them, right? Let's go, let's go. What do you want? Next, are you ready to order? What do you want? What would you like? What can I get for you? Next, is there anything else I can get for you? Is that it? Okay, boom. Give me your money there. But she gave me an experience, and I remember that. Howlin Rays now has 2 locations. I interviewed the owner at the second location. As I'm interviewing him, a half hour before they open, a line starts forming out the door on a Tuesday. And I was like, oh, do you guys have like a special or something? He goes, no, we just have a line out the door, both locations till this day. Almost 10 years later, lines out the door. Why? Anybody have a guess? Customer service, guest experience, because the owner puts that first. It's all about the guest experience here. We care about the guest experience. Everyone's trained on the guest experience. Everyone holds their standards high. That's the employees that we hire. We hold their standards high. Obviously, the food is amazing, just like here, but the guest experience is the difference. Do you guys understand that? Does that make sense to you guys? Yes. So that guest experience is everything, but it all is predicated on you, holding your standards. Okay, so when someone walks up to the front, it's eye contact, it's smiling, walking them through the process. Everything you guys serve, there's other restaurants that serve the same type of food. Other places we can get, our differences that we locally source it, our differences are recipes. There's differences, and we have to explain that to the guests. Take the time. Identify when it's their first time. If you see them looking around at the menu all confused, don't sit there and go, let me know when you're ready. Right? Have you been here before? Awesome. You're about to be in for an amazing experience. Our fish is locally sourced. Our recipes are X, Y, and Z. Right? Walking through that experience, smiling the whole time. Anything else I can get for you? I highly recommend getting the guac and chips with your pokey. Whatever it is, but we're talking them through that experience. That's really, really, really important, guys. You want someone that makes you feel valued. I'm giving you my money and my time. I want to feel valued. I want to feel like I care. That's it. That's hospitality, and that's the difference. And I'm sure everyone could use themselves as a case study in this room. Hospitality's dying. Do you guys agree with that? If you go into a nail salon, if you call your bank because there was the wrong charge, if you go into a tire shop to get your tire changed, hospitality's not there anymore. It seems like no one cares. They don't make you feel valued. That's the difference, and that's how we're going to be the separator as a business. We are the difference. You are the difference. This is the difference maker right here in this room. You guys. So if anybody's in this room thinking this is just a job, you're wrong, because it's not. It's never just a job. Whether it's this job, whether anything you do in life, when you walk through those doors, just remember one thing. You're building yourself up and building yourself down, and nobody's responsible for the results except for you. Do you guys agree with that? My job isn't to do it because I expect something in return. I don't expect a tip. I don't expect them to act a certain way. Maybe someone snaps their fingers. Maybe they're a little bit rude. Maybe they're short. But whatever it is, I'm not expecting anything in return. I'm giving them unconditional hospitality. I'm here to give unconditional hospitality. That's the difference. And everybody here is capable of hospitality. I hear this all the time, that it's either people have it or they don't, and I don't agree with that. And I'll give you an example. If you guys have someone you're dating and they come over to your house for the first time, and you're going to make them dinner, what are you going to do? You'll clean, right? Is anybody going to just leave their house dirty if someone's coming over? You're going to like make sure you cook something nice, right? Make sure it looks nice. You're going to make sure the sink's clean. You're going to make sure the lighting's a certain way. Maybe you light a candle to make it smell a certain way. That's hospitality. You're creating an experience, and it's unconditional hospitality. All you want them to do is have a good time. You want them to enjoy themselves. You're not expecting anything in return. That's hospitality. And what we want to focus on is unconditional hospitality.